Somebody give me that answer. Somebody speak up. When you woke up this morning, what else? When you started training, young men, your tryout started when you took your first breath.
Welcome to another episode of a Different Basketball Podcast. My name is Jordan Mount. Today I'm joined by Andrea Lowden, who's the team market owner for the new TBL team, the Anderson Aces. Andrea, welcome to the show.
Hey, welcome, Jordan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
We
Great
had
to
some
be here with you.
technical difficulties, but it's all right. I got a new laptop. We're on the phone, so we're making it work, right?
Well, yeah, we're doing the best we can. It sounds good to me.
So, talk to us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about you. You're a nurse in Indianapolis. Is that right?
Yes, I'm currently a nurse at St. Vincent Hospital in Indianapolis, and nursing is my thing. That's what I've always done for 20 plus years, and I think it's my calling. So that's what I love.
So why do you want to get into basketball? Why do you want to get into TBL? Obviously, you have a great career in the nursing industry, and also thank you for being a nurse, and thank you to all the doctors and nurses out there dealing with the pandemic. But tell me a little bit about why you want to get into basketball and why TBL.
Well, I I love the game of basketball. My oldest son started playing basketball when he was 3, and my philosophy as a mother was keep them involved in sports and keep them out of trouble, keep them busy. And he played both football and basketball throughout his younger years. And as he got into high school, he kind of veered off into basketball more. That became more of his love. So therefore, I fell in love with the game of basketball. And my youngest son now, Aaron, who is 11, he also loves the game of basketball. We are actually a basketball family, and we do travel basketball with him. And I I have to say, watching my boys play basketball gives me the most joy in life. So I just love the game of basketball. I think it's great.
That's awesome. I know that I saw you had a few TBL games this past year. Why TBL? Why did you pick there? Why did you pick how do you know the Magleys, and talk about that relationship and how it's kind of developed over the past year?
Oh, well, the Magleys are just amazing people. When I met Mr. Magley and Mrs. Magley, they were very welcoming to me. They have great personalities, and I love what the TBL stands for. It's not just about playing basketball and making money, it's about being involved in the community, learning to live life differently. I like the things that they offer these young kids. Not everybody can make it into the NBA, although, that's almost every young kid's dream. But this gives other men who have great basketball skills an opportunity to use those skills, play basketball, earn a little bit of a living, and show their talents and what they have. And it's a stepping stone for them to maybe go to another level, whether it be overseas or the G League or whatever else may be out there. So I like the fact of that. I like that it gives people an opportunity who wouldn't be seen elsewhere.
No, I like that. I know. So your son Evan, for the listeners that don't know, he plays it with Is it Northwood? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm vaguely familiar. He's a good player. Will he ever play in the NBA? I don't know, but he could definitely have a career, overseas or wherever it may be, TBL. He's been in the gym and I've seen him play, and there's a lot of guys that are out there like that. And, there's a lot of high major university guys that will never play in the NBA, and maybe they step to this league during the COVID and, go overseas in the next couple of years. So I think that in that regard, it's great. Let's talk a little bit about what do you think about the city of Anderson? Why'd you pick Anderson for this team?
Well, I picked Anderson because Anderson has a really rich history in basketball. I mean, a lot of people know about the Wigwam that, they don't really play in anymore and haven't for a long time, but it still holds a lot of history in Anderson. I think as a whole, we felt that the community needed a little more entertainment and kind of things to do for the community as a whole, and they need um, they need something to bring them together, and I think basketball is the thing that can do that,
Yeah.
along with giving them more opportunities, whether it be some employment opportunities, opportunities for the children to have things to do, because unfortunately, when the auto industry went out of business in Anderson, you know, they lost a lot of employment there. And unfortunately, they lost a lot of things that went along with that, like communities for the kids to play in. And so I think that we can bring a lot of that back to Anderson.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. I actually, right before the podcast, I called one of my friends who he wrote for Black and Gold magazine at Purdue, but he's a big Anderson basketball fan. So I said, "Hey man, give me a 5-minute synopsis over Anderson basketball." And Storm and Norman Held, who's the coach there for a long time. You have Troy Lewis, you have Kojak Fuller. Have all these guys, and they 3 state championships. And interesting enough, he told me a fact that Anderson University, or Anderson, the city, had the highest employment or unemployment rate in the United States in the 80s, and they still had 7,000 season ticket holders for the Wigwam. I think that's just incredible, and it's a rich history that hopefully you guys can continue and maybe pick up and bring some of those guys back. And I think that'd be really cool. What do you think about bringing a few of those guys back, like Troy Taylor and people like that?
Oh well, that is definitely what we hope to do, because we want this to be a community involvement, and in order to do that, we want them to be excited about what we are bringing to them. And if we can bring people back and we can get people involved that are tied in with the community, I think that's one of the most important things that we can give to them. And that is kind of our goal here. And again, I think I've said the word community 5 times, but that's what this is all about. I got the opportunity to go to Anderson last Thursday. I had a meeting there, and I got to say a little bit later, they have these courts outside that are double rim. And it was amazing to see the amount of people that came there, and they held like one-on-one games. And it wasn't only the adult men that were there playing. You had women up there with their kids, and the boys were on the courts playing basketball while this was going on. And it was really amazing to see how everybody came together. And from what I hear, that's not just a one night thing. They do this multiple nights because, again, they don't have a lot of places to go. And so we hope that at some point we are going to give them or be able to provide for them maybe facilities that they can go to and do that, because at this current time they don't have like a boys club there. So that is our goal, to see what we can do to bring this all together.
Where do you guys know where you're going to play at yet?
We don't know exactly. We are hoping maybe Anderson University to play our games. And there is a small community center there that we are hoping to maybe hold our practices at. We've spoken with somebody that has ties with that community center. And so that is our hopes for now, because most of the things that we will do will be based in Anderson. We do plan on having camps, at least one camp, if not more, for the kids there. And we are going to put on some sort of a get together in the park for the community. So we're hoping to keep it all tied in right there.
What do you think about obviously the community and everything, what opportunities are you going to provide outside of just the players, the 12 guys that are going to be on the team and the coaching staff? You're going to have a business department with interns. How are you looking to do those type of things? Because a lot of TMOs, that's kind of the route they take, the intern route. It's a great route to take because you have Anderson University right there.
Oh, absolutely. We plan on providing internships. We would like to do a broadcasting internship. We are looking to do a photography internship. We definitely have a social media internship that I believe we already have a candidate that we are very impressed with at this point. And I'm sure there will be other things that come along. And along with that, there will be jobs that paid positions that we hope to be able to provide for the people in the community. Because that's what really this is all about. At some point, we want to bring revenue into that community. We would like to be able to create some type of jobs in that community. It's more than just basketball for us.
No, I think that's great. I got one really curious question just off kind of the wall. I mean, is there like a restaurant in Anderson that's like the go-to restaurant? Because I'm going to be up there at some point. I need a go-to restaurant when I get there.
I am sure that there is, Jordan. I'm going to have to find that answer out for you. And when I do, I will get back with you and let you know about that. Yeah, that's a question for future, right?
Okay, deal. I have actually one more. So I'm a big golfer. All right, a big time golfer, and I tell you who else is a big time golfer is Troy Lewis, who played at Anderson and then he played at Purdue and now he's doing his thing. He lives in Springboro, Ohio. I think it'd be great to have a golf outing. I know there's a nice course out there somewhere, but you could get someone like a Troy Lewis, maybe a Kent Benson golfs and something like that. But I think that'd be a cool thing. And if you ever need somebody to come out there and tear up the course, just let me know.
I absolutely will. But I will let you know that Kent Benson is actually on board with us, and that is one of the camps that we are hoping to do somewhere up there in Anderson. Is a camp with Kent Benson. We had a meeting with him. He's an amazing guy. So that will definitely be announced later, to be determined type thing. But there are things like that we are putting together that the city of Anderson will have to look forward to. Absolutely.
No, that's great. For the viewers that don't know, Kent Benson's an IU legend, played in the NBA. I'm sure that he was on that undefeated IU team. Is that correct?
Yes, he was. I believe it was in '76.
Yeah. Yep. Quinn Buckner, Tom Abernathy, and all those guys they're all legends. I think that's enough on TBL and Anderson. We want to know a little bit more about you. Being a female TMO in the league, I think that's a great accomplishment. I think that's a great thing for you to hold your hat on. Talk about how that makes you feel and talk about that accomplishment.
Well, it's I think it's a little bit surreal to me still at this point. As we talked earlier, I'm a nurse, and that's all I've ever known. I went to college straight out of high school, and I became a nurse at 21 years old, and that's what I have lived for. So this is stepping completely out of my comfort zone, but I'm very excited. A little nervous, but I'm very fortunate in the fact that I think I have amazing people on my team that are going to help guide us to great victories. And I don't just mean victories on the court, but victories off the court as well. And so I'm very, very fortunate in that. And I'm looking to have a very fun and amazing season ahead of me as far as the travel and meeting new people and just the games in general. I'm very, very excited, and also what all comes with that too. All the stuff that we're going to hopefully be able to do with the kids in Anderson, and just the whole role, everything that it encompasses. I'm really, really excited, and I'm blessed. I feel absolutely blessed that I've been given this opportunity, and been able to be in the position that I was to come on board, and be with the Anderson Aces.
Oh, I think that's great. I think you should be proud of yourself, and I know your family's proud. And I think it's a great spot to be in, and it's a rich history. I've never played in the Wigwam. I've shot 6 shots when I was 12 years old at a halftime at the Wigwam, but I was 6 for 6, so that's like my only memory.
Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't that good, but now see those 6 for 6 in the Wigwam. I'd love to go back, see what I can do.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people would love to see that place restored. I don't know that will ever happen or not, but I just kind of think that Anderson and basketball go hand in hand, and that's why when I was deciding where would we like to have a team at, Anderson just kind of jumped out at me, and I also had multiple people who felt that would be an amazing thing for the city of Anderson as well. So
yeah,
here we are.
Real quick before we get into our speed round, which is my favorite part of the show, let's talk about. Have you guys decided to schedule combines yet? Are you guys gonna? So if I've asked all the TMOs that came on the show, if I'm a player and I want to play for the Anderson Aces, how do I do that? How do I get that ball rolling?
Oh, absolutely, yes. We have our first combine is going to be in Anderson, and we have some dates, but I want to make sure that they are completely locked in before I actually announce them to anyone. But I would say by the end of the month or so, I would definitely plan on, if anyone is wanting to come to a combine, plan on coming sometime in the month of August, hopefully, as long as everything works out as I anticipate that it will. We will have one in Anderson sometime this month. And then from there, our plan is to kind of have different combines. We don't want to go far out. We want to stay maybe like Fort Wayne, maybe down south somewhere, different places in the outskirts maybe of Indiana. And we'll be posting those on our website, all through social media. So it's really about, if you're interested, just keeping an eye open, and we will definitely be getting those dates and times and locations out there.
That's great. That's great. Now, are you ready for the for the speed round?
Okay. Sure.
Good deal.
I'm not sure what the speed round is, but okay.
So the speed round, you have 1 minute. I'll time it, and you have 1 minute to answer as many questions as possible. I'll throw them all out at you. If you can get all the questions in a minute, you win. If you don't, I get the win. So we little competition on the show. Yeah, let me pull up my timer here. Okay. And then we'll get ready to get rolling. Are you ready for this one?
I'm ready.
If you get more than 3 questions, you beat Evelyn. Evelyn got 3.
Oh, okay.
So you can definitely do that. You ready?
I'm ready.
What's your favorite place to eat?
My goodness. Let's say, oh my gosh, I drew a complete blank when you said that.
We can skip to the next one. What? Applebee. Okay. What's your favorite food?
Chicken.
What's your favorite place to visit?
California.
What's your favorite movie?
Pretty Woman.
What's your favorite band or singer?
Beyonce.
What's your favorite book?
Daring Greatly.
What is your favorite fruit? I'm sorry.
Apples.
Favorite candy bar?
Snickers.
Favorite animal?
A dog, but it has to be a Yorkie Poo.
Time. What is it? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7?
Yes.
Not bad.
Not
bad at all.
Bad. The favorite place to eat really kind of stumped me.
It's okay. When I asked Ronaldo Major, who's the coach out in Fresno, he said Denny's. So
So I
it's
shouldn't
okay.
feel bad, huh?
No. But you know what? Denny's is a solid answer. That or Waffle House. I could get with either of those.
Yeah.
Well, good deal. Well, I appreciate you coming on the show today. Thanks to all the listeners today that came on the podcast. I want to remind everyone the TBL Combines are about to start ramping up. Next Combine is in Memphis, Tennessee, August 22nd. Sign up online at thebasketballleague.net. See you there. Andrea, again, I really appreciate you coming on the show. That was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Jordan.
We got the Indy Express and them yellow jackets. We got them Tampa Bay Titans, Jamestown Jackals.